Do you know that you can turn an ebook into an interactive app in Godot Engine without writing any code? Yes, it's very possible and also very easy. So let me show you how I turn this ebook into an app. The book app contains interactive buttons, text reformatting, and the audio book that you can listen to if you are too tired to read.
Introduction. From the beginning of creation, the earth has always been a realm of trials and temptations, even from the Garden of Eden. In the book of Revelation 7 verse 14, one of the 24 elders called the earth the great trial.
And yes, I am the author of the book. If you want to get the ebook or the audiobook, the link will be in the description. Now let's dive into Godot Engine 4.5. Create a 2D scene in Godot and change the size of the game screen window to make it portrait. Drag your amazing book cover into the scene and resize it to match the screen. Add a button node for the read button, which will be used to launch the main content of the book, and also a color rect node to provide a contrast for the button to be visible on the book cover. Arrange them to fit in to your scene. This will depend on your book cover. Let's save the scene to avoid losing any progress. Now go to your preferred settings. Set your viewport to your preferred screen size. I use 648 for my width and 1000 for my height. Set the size mode to maximized and stretch mode to viewport. Set the stretch aspect to keep, and finally set the handheld orientation to portrait. Add a color rect node and resize it to be the backdrop for your book content. For the text, add the rich text label node. Copy the text from your ebook and in the text properties of the inspector, paste all the text. I had to remove all the page numbers that came with the text that I copied. You can change the color of your backdrop or the color of the text depending on what you want. Adjust the rich text label to make room for where some buttons will be added. Then add the buttons to your scene. Now enable the BB code and use the BB code tags like the B tag to make the text bold and also the center tag to make the text to be in the center. These are some other BB code that you can be able to use, so you can explore them yourself. The main thing you need to know is that you have to have the opening tag and then the closing tag. Head to your theme override in the inspector and change the font color if you need to. Change the font size for either the bold, italics, or normal fonts that you created in the BB code. Take your time to adjust the text to look exactly how you want them to. Now let's go back to the book cover scene so that we can make it more interactive. For this, I installed the Godot Orchestrator add-on. For a more detailed video on how to download and install it, check the links in the description. Right-click on the root node and attach a script. Select the button, go to the node panel beside the inspector panel, select the press signal and connect it to the cover script. Right-click and add a scene tree node and click and drag from it to get the change scene to file method. Drag the interior scene, which is the inner part of your book, from the file system into the visual code canvas and select get path. Now you can connect them properly. This is how you can switch from one chapter of the book to another. You are going to use this technique again and again, so make sure you note it. In the interior scene, you can reuse the scene by saving it as the introduction scene of the book. Do this before adding the next code to make it easy for you to work with it. Duplicate the buttons and rename it properly and arrange it. Add the code for the next interior scene and do the same process like we did before to switch it to the next chapter or the previous one. In the introduction scene, remove the text you don't need and add the BB code to the appropriate places. It is advisable that you delete the old rich text label node that you used before and add a new one. This is because the settings might begin to conflict from the old one that you already had. To add more details, duplicate the color rect node and change the color to white. This will be used to give the contrast to the buttons that we're going to add to this particular scene. Now duplicate your button node and move it to the top. This will be used to play the audio part of the book. Right-click and add the audio stream player node and drag your imported audio into the stream property in the inspector. Connect the play audio button signal to the introduction script like we did before. But this time, select the audio stream player node and then click and drag on the playing property from the inspector and click on set to set the value. Connect it to the play audio signal and check the box to make it play the sound whenever you click on the button. Repeat the same scene change code for all the buttons. Once you are done, now let's try out the app. Run the entire thing and set the cover page as the main scene. Now you can see that the app is looking cool and simple. With the clickable buttons, you can navigate to the different pages. You can also listen to the audio version of the book right inside the app if you don't want to read.
Introduction. From the beginning of creation, the earth has always been a realm of trials and temptations, even from the Garden of Eden. In the book of Revelation,
I must also add that you can add a video version of your book and links too. If you want me to cover that too, put that in the comments below. If you got some value from this content and would like to see more of it, show your appreciation by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing this video with your friends, because I'm sure that many authors all over the world will like this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.